Goblin Tarot. So we have our, oh, very slippy, our Goblin Tarot cards here. We'll be doing a few Goblin Tarot readings. I do not have a lot of time. But enough to do a few readings. And I do apologise for the lighting as well because the light seems to be broken, unfortunately. But that's okay. Hello! Jasmine Romero, Miss Venus, and Megha, hello! So please comment Goblin in the chat if you would like a Goblin Tarot. The reason we comment Goblin in the chat is because a lot of people jump in here thinking it's crystal ball, thinking it's pendulum, and asking their questions. Not everybody actually wants a Goblin Tarot, they don't realise that's Goblin Tarot. So just comment Goblin in the chat and I will pull you a Goblin Tarot card. Okay, so if the sound is quite bad, please do let me know. It's a mobile stream again, so the sound isn't the best. And kind of shout a little bit so you can hear me. So, okay, so what was the other thing I was going to say? I don't have a lot of time. We'll be doing as many as we can get through in a short space of time. And it's really nice to see you guys. Thank you for coming in. Oh, and please do like the video. Please like the video. There are a few people in, but only one like as far as I can see. So it's one card per person. It will be your current chapter card, I think, because it's been a while since a Goblin Tarot. But if you do want an extra card, you're very welcome to send a super chat or super thanks, and you can have an extra card. If you are a member and it's quite a quiet stream, if it's a quiet stream, members can have extra, but we'll just see if it gets busy or if it's quiet. So let's go through the chat. So we have Miss Venus here. So Miss Venus's Goblin Tarot. Oh, thank you for the likes. Yeah, I appreciate that. We have 6 now. So for Miss Venus, we have the Fairy Wagon. Now, I know the writing isn't great for you, but I love the artwork on the Goblin Tarot, so we'll show you that. So we have the Fairy Wagon. So you have success in the face of difficulty. So things that might seem difficult right now, areas of your life where you might feel like you're pushing against the tide right now, you're going to come to the success. So it's a very positive omen for success, for those difficult things that you're striving for. So that's quite a nice one. So direction and focus are really needed. Determination is really needed. As long as you have concentration and kind of determination, we can say, you will come to your triumph, your success, you know. So it's a really positive one, but it just kind of warns that the struggles to it. There is struggles to it, okay? So guys, if you are new in the chat, comment Goblin in the chat if you would like a Goblin Tarot. This is Goblin Tarot reading today. So yeah, something a little bit different. I do try to do every now and then to break it up a bit, you know. And because I love the Goblin Tarot. So Megha, this is from Megha. We have this one, which is the 6 of Platters. So the 6 of Platters, Goblin Tarot. Sharing your success builds more success. So we're looking for, you know, it's kind of being very, sometimes we're guided to keep our success to ourselves. We might get psychic attacks, jealousy, if you are sharing too much and people are, you know, envious of that, you could say. But right now, sharing your success is a positive thing. Sharing your success is going to bring more success. It could bring in networking. It could bring positive opportunities onto your path when people are understanding your achievements, what you've done. So it's really about putting your achievements, the things you have done are positive in the forefront. You know, a lot of the time we're working on our downfalls or our negative traits or things we want to improve on. And when we do that, we do have to put them at the forefront. When we're working on our negative traits or things we want to improve, we have to bring them to the forefront in some way to focus on them, but not right now. For you, right now, it's all about your achievements. It's all about the positive traits about you, the positive traits of Megha, everything that's perfect about you, putting it to the forefront, and it will bring more of that to you. So that's really, really positive. So giving and receiving. We do often talk about the flow of the universe as well. When we give, we receive. When we give, we receive. If we're holding too much in, we're not giving out, so we're not receiving, you know? So it's all about that flow of energy with other people, sharing. So it's quite a social card as well. Social card. Very, very nice one. But your generosity and your kindness needs to be at the forefront. So sharing your own successes, not in a bragging way, you know, in a very generous and kind way as well. Still being very generous and kind as you are. And there is a message with this card as well, that you might really be influencing people, you know, and this is another reason why sometimes it is positive to share our success, because you can influence people, you can you know, inspire people to succeed as well. They will see something positive that you've done, or something you've worked on yourself a little bit, maybe you've had a great achievement, and they will look at that and they will think, I could do that too. You have inspired me. So it's all about sharing social inspirations and all of those things. A really nice one from Megha there. So put that there. And let's choose our next card for Jasmine. So I'll just check who's in the chat here now. So we have Jasmine, Delphine. So Jasmine, Delphine, Damini, Candy, Kevin. Yeah, and they do look cute. I love the Goblin Tarot. Samaya, and Kai. So we have someone, Pia Luigi. You're very welcome. If you would like a Goblin Tarot, please comment Goblin in the chat. So you're very welcome. People saying thank you, you're very welcome. But if you would like a Goblin Tarot, please comment Goblin in the chat. We will get through this list. I do not have a lot of time, like I said, so we will do as many as possible. And please like the video if you have not already. And but if you don't get one today, I will be on. I will be on in maybe about 4 days, 4 or 5 days. So the next person is Jasmine. So Jasmine, we have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups Goblin Tarot there. So open your heart and receive the emotions around you. So it's all about that heart chakra, that emotional center. Sometimes we can have a guard up there if someone has taken advantage of us or hurt us in some way, whether that be friends, family, romantic relationships. We kind of have a bit of a guard up on our heart chakra. That does happen from time to time, but you are being guided to open that heart chakra. You know, you're open now to new things. Don't worry too much about past hurts, past emotions. You're opening up to either deeper connections with the, you know, emotional connections you already have, deepening connections with maybe new friends, a new partner, something like that. Opening up to the new emotions as well. So unconditional love is a great one. New feelings, new friendships, and self-love. So you're being guided to self-love and you're being guided to beauty as well. So with this card as well, I do talk about this sometimes, so you may have heard me say this before, but you know, the material aspect of a spiritual person is still valid. You know, if you want to wear nice clothes or do your hair nice, or, you know, wear a load of makeup or anything like that, change your style, cut your hair, get some new clothes, it's okay. You know, sometimes spiritual people, we're so much in our high chakras, we're more about the depth. We're more about, you know, being deep people, deep thinkers, caring about people's personality over their looks and things like that. But it's okay to show off every now and then. It's okay to express your inner beauty outwardly. So if you're thinking of a new haircut, if you're thinking of, you know, maybe you have something on your watch list of a clothes you want to buy, treat yourself to that thing. Don't worry if it's materialistic. You are welcome to tap in to the luxuries of 3D physical material things every now and then. That is okay. Nature shows off. We have peacocks and beautiful animals like that. We have flowers. They, you know, they show off to the rest of the world. They're beautiful colours and they shine their inner beauty on the outside, and you can do that as well. Self-love, self-care, focus on yourself quite a bit with this one. Yeah, focusing on yourself quite a bit, but also opening your heart, still keeping that emotional center at the forefront, you know. But yeah, self-care is really important for this one. Yeah, treat yourself is the main thing I would say, and opening your heart chakra, because there's um new new friendships, new connections, new emotions coming. So expect new friends, or you know, if you're someone seeking a partner, it may be a new partner coming, but new friends, even maybe new business relationships if you're in that kind of realm as well. Delphine, hello and welcome. So Delphine has the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Wands. Now is a good time to do what you need to do. Okay, so we have energy and passion coming up. So maybe tapping into the sacral chakra a little bit. Um, if you have any creative projects especially, but anything that's on the back burner that you need to complete might be very good, especially if it's a creative thing. Passion, energy, inspiration and creation is coming up, so really tapping into your creative side. You might notice in this chapter you have a bit of a creative flow of energy that comes, you know, maybe if you've had a block in your creative energies, they are coming, so that's really nice. We have adventure. So we have adventure. So you might find yourself traveling, um, traveling, because there is an energy of kind of leaving something. So you might, this adventure might take you to a new location that you want to live. It might take you to a new job you want to have. This creative flow that comes might inspire like a side project or something, or a side hustle, you know, because there's an energy of departure, but it's kind of in a positive way. It's like leaving something that's maybe more low vibrational behind and stepping into something new, which of course is a common theme with our lives. As we ascend to higher levels, we leave the lower levels, but you know, you're in that kind of period at the moment. But it may be very creative based, or sacral based at least, so it might even involve intimate relationships, who knows. But there's a lot of adventure going on, so you might be drawn to like a holiday, a day trip, and maybe even putting into motion um, a move, like a physical move. Even if it's just an idea of somewhere you want to move, that might be coming as well. A lot of growth in this, a lot of growth in this chapter, which, you know, most of us in this kind of spiritual realm, we have growth in all of our chapters, so that's nothing new. But creativity especially, so, you know, sometimes the spiritual energy is at the forefront, sometimes it's the love path. It seems to be your creative energy that's a little bit more at the forefront at the moment. But one thing you will need to tap into, that this card really wants to tell you, a message it wants to give you, is one thing you really need to tap into in this chapter is your problem solving abilities. Okay, so your problem solving abilities, you are a great problem solver when you put your mind to it, and you might need to really tap into that, so just bear that in mind as well. So that was for Delphine. That was Delphine's goblin tarot. So I think we are up to Demini. Demini, hello and welcome. It's been lovely to see you a little bit more a little bit more often recently. Very, very nice. So Demini, This is your Goblin Tarot. I'm sorry that they're not super clear, guys. My light is broken. Always something is broken. I know. I need a new camera. I need more lights. I really do need to, you know, go out and get a few things. So I do apologize for that. But we have 7 of Wands. Sorry if I said something different there. 7 of Wands. So there might be challenges ahead. So it's definitely a warning of challenges, but there's kind of a guide message that comes through with this one, that you're not going to be given any challenge bigger than you can face. So if a challenge feels overwhelming or feels a bit difficult, take a breath, maybe meditate, do whatever your relaxation ritual might be, because you will not be given a challenge that's too big for you to overcome. So, use all of your abilities, tap into your inner strength, your divine feminine energies, and you will get over these challenges. So don't worry too much. It's just a warning that they may come. The challenge could come in the form of a competition. So there could be some competitive energy. It could be, if there's a few people going for the same position, maybe there's competition there. Maybe it's an actual competition, like you enter a competition. Maybe it's competitive energy in the sense of like a relationship. If you're dating someone who has multiple options, there might be an element of competitive kind of energy going on there. But there's a really strong message of your ability to win the competition, overcome the struggles, and win the competitive energy kind of side of things. So it's really, really positive. There's a lot of gain available, okay? So as long as you don't run away from these challenges, gain is possible. There's a lot of gain possible. So that is the 7 of Wands for Damini. We could also say with this one, perseverance, of course. You might find yourself with more responsibility. And you might find yourself as well, it's time, so willpower and control. It's time to take a little bit more control of your life in terms of your own actions. So you might be stepping away from the manifestation side, the energy side, and being more in the action side, taking action. And your willpower is really needed. You have strong willpower anyway, so just tapping into that. When I'm telling you guys to, you need to tap into a certain thing, I know that it's already within you, but what I'm telling you is to put it at the forefront now, So the willpower needs to come to the forefront. So that is Damini with the 7 of Wands. So we have Candy B. So Candy B, this is your one. Guys, if you have not liked the video yet, please do like it. If you are new in, this is Goblin Tarot. Simply comment Goblin in the chat if you would like a Goblin Tarot. And please do like the video if you haven't liked it already. I'm only on for a very short period of time. We have 9 likes. If we got to 10, I would be happy since I'm on for such a short period of time. So, Candy, this is your Goblin Tarot. You have the 2 of Crowns. The 2 of Crowns. Okay. So listen to your inner voice when making your choices. So sometimes we are guided to put our logic at the forefront, but you are guided at the moment to put your intuition at the forefront. Now, sometimes the most logical path, the most logical explanation seems like the thing to go for, but our intuition, logic is very here and now. It's what's logical right now. Intuition sees the bigger picture. Intuition sees more into the future. So when your intuition goes against logic, it's because you're intuitively being drawn to something that will make sense further on. It will make sense further on. So really, really listen to your inner voice with this one, Candy. You really, really need to be tapping into your intuition as much as possible. If you're seeing signs and synchronicities from your guides, follow those as well, and that will be really important for you. You might have some indecision. Someone around you might be stalling for some energy or stalling for some time. Sorry. You might have indecision yourself. But as long as you have strength through any suffering that you go through at the moment, any issues, any hardships, you are going to um, succeed. You're going to come out on top. It's a very similar kind of message where someone else had about struggling and then coming out on top with that. Um, uh, but much more in terms of kind of harmony in your life, peace being restored. So it's more, it's not so much like about success, it's about peace being restored. So there could be negative energies around you in terms of, like I said, people stalling, you having indecision yourself and things like that, or people kind of how can I say it? So it's like stalling or cancelling plans, delaying you, things like that. But peace will be restored if you find ways through to navigate. So you find your own ways to navigate by listening to your intuition mostly, and peace will be restored, harmony will be restored. If there has been a little bit of a knock or an imbalance in a relationship, that will be restored. So you might get an apology or something like that, or someone might make peace, make amends with you. So it's really positive in that sense as well. So balancing. So balancing your priorities is needed, but like I said, if you're working on balancing your priorities in a very kind of logical way, you know, listing things out, if your intuition tells you otherwise, please do listen to that. That's the main thing I would say. But yeah, relationships being restored, harmony being restored, peace being restored in your life. So if there is any disruption in this current chapter, peace will be restored as well. So yeah, it will come, you know, around. Things will come around for you. Kevin! Let me just see who else we have in the chat here. Domini says everything was on point. Amazing, wonderful. Candy, I'll work on it a little bit more. You're very welcome. So, Dorella, it's not questions today. So, guys, if you are new in, it's not questions, it's Goblin Tarot. So I pull one Goblin Tarot card for every person, and that'll be your current chapter. If you do want an extra card, just send a super chat and you can have an extra card. But they're free. One card is free, of course, as always. And really apologise, you do not. I'll say hello to you guys, but I do not speak any other languages. I'm so sorry, just English. I'm so sorry. Jasmine says, yes, I've been reuniting with my family and I want new friends. So yeah, that's a great one for you. That's really resonating. Jasmine says, I'm very emotional, but you're feared to give that. I'm not 100% on that, but I take it that is resonating, so that's great. So who are we up to? I'm so sorry. Just to say, yeah, if you're new in the chat, just comment Goblin for a Goblin card, and I will try to get to you. We have a little bit of a list now, so let me just see. We have our next one is going. Samira, it's so nice to see you because it's been so long. So we've done Candy, so we're up to Kevin. So we're up to Kevin now. We have Kevin, and then we have Samaya, and then we have Kai, and then we have Kira. So we'll see how many we can get through. I'll do my best. So let's go with Kevin here. Kevin's one. Kevin's Goblin Tarot here. We have the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups there. Nice little goblin jumping up with all of her cups. Seven of Cups. So step back from everything to gain a perspective. Stepping back to see the bigger picture, which is often needed. Sometimes we do need to be reminded of that, because when we are too up close to situations, we miss things. We have blind spots. It's always good to take a step back, try to see things from other perspectives, and gain a new perspective, you know? So you might be daydreaming, you might have some illusions going on. So that's why it's good to take a step back, get other perspectives, just in case you are in some kind of illusion a little bit. So you may have some loss. You may have some loss of control, and there may be some promises that people have made or things they've said they would do that they won't do. So this is quite unfortunate. Promises broken, someone saying they'll do something but not doing it. So be very, very mindful of this. And, you know, sometimes we need to take a step back, look at, you know, who said what, who said they would do this, who can I trust, who's really my friend in this situation. It's just about gaining different perspectives, and sometimes, you know, it's about having empathy for people, because sometimes people say they will do things, they break a promise, but there's a reason for it. Maybe they're really struggling at this time. So this is why it's good to take a step back. It's not always that they're negative to you or you need to cut them off. It could be that they're suffering and they need a bit of help. So you need to gain new perspectives, make sure you're judging things correctly, basically. It's all about judging the situation correctly, not jumping to conclusions at this time. Um, but you do have mastery, you do have willpower. So you have a lot of responsibility at the moment, but you're mastering things, and as long as you have your willpower with you, you will be you will judge the situation correctly, you will come to the right conclusions, and you will, you know, help the people that need help and cut off the people who you need to cut off if you do need to cut them off. But your willpower is very important. You have mastery here. So more along shifting a little bit away from people and situations and emotions, shifting onto the more root chakra, money, finances, study, things like that. Mastery. So it's a very positive omen for, if you do have any more tests, passing them. If you are applying to more placements, you know, getting a placement, it's a very positive thing for mastering something as well. Keep your willpower, keep your determination, maybe keep trying. Mastery is on the horizon with this one. But yeah, just that kind of message about stepping back to view all perspectives. But mastery and willpower is the positive side of this card. So that was the Seven of Cups for Kevin. So that was Kevin's one there. So we'll see who's next. I think it is Samaya, who I have not seen for such a long time. So Samaya, guys, if you have not liked the video yet, please do like it. We have Samaya, we have Kai, Kira, and possibly Dorella. Oh, VG Guden. If I pronounce your name wrong, I'm very sorry. But yes, you're very welcome to a Goblin Tower. Hopefully we get to you. We're going quite quickly, so we should do. So Samaya, a goblin for Samaya. Your goblin we have here is the Four of Wands. Four of Wands for Samaya. So we have, be ready for the opportunity that you've worked for. Okay. Celebration, stability. Celebration and stability. So achieving something that you've been working for, maybe you've been working for a long time, you have achievement there. But this card is a really positive card because it actually points to work, home, and relationship. So it's a positive omen for a lot of aspects that we want messages for when we come for readings, you know? Sometimes we have it in our head, I want love, I want, you know, my work path. We have this idea of what we want to answer for. And this card is very holistic. It's a positive omen for a lot of things. We have romance coming in. We have stability with the home. So if you've been looking for a home, or if you've been thinking about moving elsewhere, or you've been, you know, not sure about the home, the stability coming in the home. So that could be because the work path is progressing, maybe it's that you have more money, that you feel more safe and secure in the home, you feel like you can afford, you know, whatever it is that maybe you might be struggling with at the moment, if you are. But yeah, romance coming, stability in work and home. It's a very, very positive message. But it's all about achieving something that you've worked a long time for. You might feel like, I've been doing this forever and not getting anywhere. It's finally time for some achievement for you. Completeness, feeling complete in some aspect. So not all of those aspects, romance, work, and home, might come at once. This might be a bit more of a long term card because it covers so much, but they are the things. It's not too far distance, basically. It's not going to be too far distance because it's kind of saying it's completion now. You've worked so hard for it, it's coming. So very positive one there for Samaya. It's very nice to see you because it has been a while. So now we have Rain. So a goblin for Rain. You have the lone fairy. There he is, very cute. So that is your goblin. So this is all life's answers are within you. So this card is very much about taking that introspective time, meditation, introspection, um, evaluating yourself, evaluating your life, evaluating your, you know, your spiritual um, aspect maybe. It's all about self work and inner work, and a little bit more alone time. So, and it doesn't mean that you. It doesn't necessarily mean increase your alone time, but it means utilize your alone time in a more maybe efficient way, or maybe constructive way, or something like that. Because it's utilizing your alone time. When you do have that alone time, make sure you're having your introspection or your meditation, coming to conclusions, working on yourself, and it's very spiritual based and self growth based. It's not necessarily so much about the material things like your work or your outward relationships, even. It's more about the relationship with yourself, your higher self, maybe, and things like that. Maybe even your guides if you're that way inclined. Um, it's a lot about inner work and self work. Um, but it's about finding answers as well. So it can kind of touch on other areas. Maybe in your meditation, you'll get answers to things you've been asking for that aren't super spiritual. But yeah, it does tend to be more inner work and inner growth based. But yeah, you might get answers about like work and home and relationships, but it's a bit more self focused, self work, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Um, so divine inspiration, enlightenments are possible with this one. Maybe some spiritual activations and advancements. You're quite a selfless person anyway. You're a selfless person, so don't really need to remind you to tap into that more selfless and generous energy. um, uh, yeah, it's just a really positive call, but it is very, like I said, it's deep, it's introspection, it's self work. So just so like I said, not necessarily spending having more alone time, but utilizing your alone time in a very positive way. But if you feel like you need more alone time, then of course, it's the cards are saying that's fine and go for it as well. So, Kira is next. So it's very nice to see a lot of members make it in to the stream. By the way, because I know it's a little bit earlier than that you guys usually are used to. Um, so probably have about 40. Sorry, 40. We probably have about 10 to 15 more minutes. So we should get through at least 3 more. If I'm super quick, it might even be like 5 or 6. So we have Kira, we have sorry, I'm just going over the list now. Kida, Jarella, VG. Yeah. Okay, so there's only 3 people left. So if anybody else does come in, if anybody is new in, then you're very welcome to a card. Just comment Goblin in the chat and you will be added. Do we still have, so we're doing Kida now. Jarella and VG, are you still here? Jarella, VG, comment Goblin if you are still here, and you guys will be next as per the list anyway. So let's do Kida now. Kida's Goblin is, oh, you got Fortune's Rule. Okay, Fortune's Rule. So you have strength in new beginnings. The cycle restarts. So a lot of change. A lot of change coming. This is new beginnings, new things. Yeah, in the general sense, when it comes to things like maybe the love path, maybe the friendship path, maybe work path, maybe it could even be location for you, and it's all about new beginnings, things really changing, you accepting the change, so accept the changes that are coming because they are in your best interest, okay? So any changes and shifts that come in this chapter, they're in your best interest. The most important part of this card is abundance. So there's a really positive omen here with money. So getting more money, maybe a better job, maybe winning something, maybe making extra money from something on the side, and whatever it might be. There's maybe promotion, something like that. Whatever it might be, there is a really positive omen of increase in finances. So although the changes coming in your life path are positive to every aspect, your love path, your connections, with friends and family and things like that, And the changes coming are really, really beneficial to you. Please do not be too scared of change at this time, because it's all a benefit to you in the end. The changes that are coming are going to make things better. So don't hold on to the past. Allow it to release. Allow it to release and accept the change. Welcome change. Maybe even set intentions. Open yourself up for change, because the changes coming are really going to benefit you in all aspects, but most prominently the the abundance, the money path is really coming to the forefront in this chapter. So there might be a lot of new opportunities. Sometimes we still need to seek the opportunities. It's still about going out and seeking them, but you have more luck energy. So whereas maybe now, just as an example, if let's say that Kita's going to loads of interviews right now because she wants a job, she may be getting knocked back. But now in this chapter coming, she's going to seek those opportunities. She has much more luck, much more a chance of getting that job. So it's luck energy is washing over you. More chances, more possibilities, increased opportunities for luck, love, friendship, new positive beginnings. So a really, really nice one there for Kira. Fortune's rule. So let's see who is still with us. Let's see who's still with us here. I saw the chat go down to 2, so I just wanted to. Samaya, you're so welcome. Rain, you're very welcome. Jarella, thank you. Jarella says, please press the like button to get this live stream into the YouTube algorithms so other people can view it. Yes, we love to get new people in the community. We love to grow the channel. Okay, Goblin and VG are both still here. Sorry, Goblin. I called Jarella Goblin, so sorry. I was reading the comments. I would take it as a compliment. I like the goblins. So we have Jarella and VG still here, so let's see who was first. Jarella was first, so we will do Jarella and then VG. So here is Jarella's card. The 2 of Cups for Jarella. So we have open your heart to receive from others. Balance, attraction, partnership, harmony, equality, and connection. So this one is really about energy settling on the paths of connections. So if you're manifesting a partner, if you're manifesting new friends, you're manifesting a business relationship, any kind of one-on-one connection, really strengthening. It can be about connections that are already kind of made, deepening as well, because energy settling is a really important part of this. So there can be energy settling on your manifestations, spells, anything like that. Or it can be energy settling within a current connection where it deepens, it gets better, it ascends to a higher level of commitment maybe, But it's a really positive omen for any type of connection. Romantic, business, partnership, friendships, any type of one-on-one connection, really, really strengthening. So what I would say for this is is to be clear in your choices. So be clear in what you want in the connection and be like affirmative of that. You might have choices, so you might have to choose between people or things, or people. It's more about people. So you might have to choose between people. Like say it is a business partnership or it is a romantic connection. You might have a choice coming up, a choice. But it's a really positive omen for your one-on-one connections. So maybe even spending more one-on-one time with people. There might be people who you often see in groups, friends you often see in groups, family you often see in groups. It's really positive at this time to spend valuable one-on-one time with each other. So getting those people alone, having a bit more of an intimate connection with people, it's really a lot of positivity around that. So yeah, it's just a really positive omen for relationships basically. But yeah, make sure you're trying to spend one-on-one time with the people you really care about, deepening those connections. If it's been difficult to plan a one-on-one gathering, if you can call it a gathering with 2 people. But if it's been difficult to plan a one-on-one day with someone close to you, really try to make sure you are fitting that in, even if it's just like a dinner or a brunch, the one-on-one is really important at the moment. Really positive omen for any type of connection that you're seeking. So that's great for you, Jarella. So we'll go on to BG. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but this is DG's Goblin. So we have free of platters, free of platters. So let me just check our timing here. We probably will get through a few more, maybe 2 or 3 more. So please like the video if you have not liked it already, and comment Goblin in the chat if you would like a Goblin tarot. And we'll try to get through um, more people. So likely we should. Joelle says thank you and love your top. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's really kind of I don't know what to say about it, but yeah, I love it too. So let's see. So sorry, VG, we are doing your card. So there we are. So we have the free of platters for VG there. Reach out for the help you need when you need it. Okay, not feeling like you have to do everything on your own. So delegate tasks, connect with people, network with people, teamwork, communities. It's all about not doing everything on your own, asking for help, making sure that you're not just one person taking on this huge load. You need to delegate tasks to people. Don't be scared to ask for help. People will be willing to help you at this time. Maybe if you are manifesting and things like that, it could be about casters, spell workers, and things like that. But it could just be asking your friends for help. It could be, maybe there's something in your home that you're doing and you're doing it all yourself, or maybe you're at work. Maybe you're a really hard worker and you try to do the majority of the work yourself. Don't be scared to ask others. Don't be scared to delegate tasks. It's all about teamwork and cooperation. If you have a hobby, maybe join a community of people with the same hobby, maybe getting out and connecting with people like that. Yeah, it's all about community, all about teamwork, all about asking for help. People will help you. There will be the right person to help you will come along in this chapter. Don't feel like you have to do everything on your own. It's a really, really strong message of community with this one. And getting the help that you need as well. So if there is something you've needed help with for a long time, you are going to get the help in this chapter. You are going to achieve um, things with cooperation. So it could be collaborations. Maybe you have a bit of a hobby, where you can collaborate with someone. Collaboration, networking, everything like that. Don't say no to these connections. Don't say no to connecting with people. Maybe step out of, if you maybe you've been in a bit of an introspective time recently, and being a bit taking time to yourself. It's all about that networking and connection now. But for you, it's more community than Jorella's one, where it was that one-on-one time with people. For you, it's more about social gatherings, groups, getting out there. So yeah, pretty similar one to Jorella in a way, but it's more about the wider community, being in a big group. You could be influencing people as well. There could be like people seeing what you're doing, people seeing you as a person, being inspired by you. Maybe that's one of the reasons why you need to be in these communities, because you're going to inspire people. So it's a really, really positive message for you. Spreading your light. Everyone who I feel like everyone I connect with here, especially, you're all light workers in your own ways, even if you don't focus on a spiritual job. You're all spreading light in some way, and a lot of that is by influence. When other people see your personality, who you are, how generous and nice you are, you impact them, you influence them, and they want to be amazing like you. So it's all about the domino effect of your inner self, and all about you connecting with communities as well. So yeah, if you've been saying no to those social gatherings lately, make sure you're saying yes and just getting out there. So we can do two more. So we have beauty with nature and sunlight. That's who we're doing. Oh, and it looks like we're naturally coming to an end there. Anyway, so beauty with nature and sunlight. You're the last 2 people. Please like the video, guys, if you have not liked it already. Yeah, please like the video if you haven't liked it already. What else to say? I can't say check the homepage anymore because I don't schedule streams. Click the notification bell because most of the streams I'm going to be doing is this mobile stream, and I can't schedule them on the homepage. So if you click the notification bell, you'll be notified straight away when I do one, and you can jump right on and get your reading. All readings are free, unless there's the extra members ones, and it's always an option to do a super chat for something extra, but you'll always get one for free. And what else? In the description of the video is my website, so you can see all the spells, sessions, readings that I do. Obviously more full and in-depth readings when it's the paid ones. But they're all very reasonably priced, so you're very welcome to check them out. And everything else, like my Discord, Facebook, emails. So if you want to private message me, Discord, Facebook, and email are the best ways. I do have TikTok as well, but I don't really use it that much, but you can follow me there if you want to. But yeah, everything you might need to connect with me is in the description, just to let you know. So this is for Beauty with Nature. So Beauty with Nature, you have the 9 of platters. The 9 of platters for Beauty with Nature. Enjoy the results of all of your hard work. You have accomplishments. You have accomplishments, reward, satisfaction, and luxury as well. So with the accomplishments and the things that are coming up for you, it's really positive because it's not even so much like I'm getting what I need. There's extra to that. That's where the luxury energy comes in. It's like I'm getting what I need, but I'm also getting a bit extra. Maybe something that I want. I don't necessarily need it, but I want it. You're getting that as well. So it's a really positive. It's like extra, you know? Yeah, so it's a really, really positive one. But it's about accomplishments. So don't be scared to try things because there's a lot of success energy in the things that you're going to try. So if you try something new in this chapter, it's a positive omen for success with that in the future. So accomplishment, success, luxury, getting more than you need, what you deserve, more than you need. So it's a very, very positive one there. There is a strong message with your selflessness. You're quite a selfless person, you're quite giving, quite generous, and things like that. Don't forget yourself, don't forget self-care. Self-care is quite important in this chapter. I know that comes up quite a lot for you guys, but self-care is important, and sometimes we have to remember that you are as important as everyone else. If you're treating someone else really, really positively, treat yourself in the same way. But yeah, a lot of accomplishments coming for you, and it can be, with this card, it can be like the beginning of that, the beginning of setting things in motion. So this is why trying things, putting your hand to things, maybe things you've always wanted to try but never done, maybe something you're a little bit scared of taking the leap to do. You have a really positive omen of achieving and accomplishing those things now. So really set things in motion in this chapter, and it's a positive omen for more success in the future with them. So setting the ball in motion for success in the future with this one. But keeping up your self-care, because you might even think like, well, I do a lot of self-care right now. Maybe you think that, but when you're setting this ball in motion, you're going to be focusing more on those new things that you're trying, those new things that you're putting your hand to. Don't forget to keep up the self-care. That could be the message for you. So yeah, it's a really, really positive message. There isn't too much more to really say about it other than rewards and satisfaction are really on the horizon with it. But you do have to make the moves. You do have to set, like I said, set the thing in motion, basically. But if you do it, it's a really positive omen for success and achievements. So whatever it is you've been thinking of doing, I mean, it tends to relate to like the work finance path, but it could even be if you are trying to manifest something different, something a bit different, like maybe on the love path. Really honing in on those manifestations now, because the possibility for achievement with that is coming up. So you might be honing in on manifestations. It could be something like that. So it can be the love path, but it's very likely the money path with that one for Beauty with Nature. So last but certainly not least, we have sunlight. last but certainly not least. So yeah, so Sunlight is our last one for today. So we're really happy that we did manage to get through everyone who wanted a card. Um, oh, hold on. My boyfriend's here. I'm just going to tell him to wait for 1 second. Um, just finishing. Oh, there we are. Yeah, so just finished with perfect timing. So we just finished with Sunlight. So I hope you are still here. Yeah, I'm just ignoring those messages, to be honest with you. Sunlight, here we are. Here is your goblin. So your goblin is the Six of Crowns. There we are, the Six of Crowns. Um, move from move from problems and be mindful. Move from problems and be very, very mindful. So be mindful of what you take from the past problems, the past issues. Don't bring too much of those past issues and past problems with you. So there could be some cord cutting needed for you. Yeah, there could be some cord cutting needed for you, Sunlight, at this time, because you're moving forward and you need to be careful. I mean, this is kind of it does, in a spiritual sense, it kind of goes without saying that when we move forward, we need to always keep a check on the past, because you might not feel like you have cords to past people if you've released people or released a certain person or a situation. You might feel like that's totally okay, you're fine, but they might still have cords to you. So you will need to kind of keep a focus and keep protection, because other people's cords can affect you, even if you feel that you are fully released from the past, basically. So keep in mind, be mindful about other people's cords to you. Um, so yeah, so there is that about moving forward. So you have a transition. You have a big transition coming. You're moving beyond something, and it is higher. So you are moving to a higher vibration, Sunlight. It is positive, but unfortunately, when we do that, there are things that we do release. There are things that we exit from, that we do have to leave in the past. So that's kind of the main message here, is to make sure you are leaving the past in the past. We do have a tendency with our nostalgia and our emotions to hold on to our past partners, or maybe a friend who did us wrong or something. We kind of wish that they would just apologize and kind of um, move forward with us, but it's not always possible. Sometimes they just are in a low vibration. Sometimes you do rise up and you need to just release them, because they are not serving you anymore. And sometimes, unfortunately, that's the case. Sometimes there never will be an apology. Sometimes they never will come back to your level. So unfortunately, that can happen. So it's all about ensuring the past is released, even their cords to you. So maybe a little bit of a cord cutting could be beneficial for you, but you are in a very transitional period. You really are having changes, moving forward. It's a very, very positive omen for you moving to a high vibration. It's just those things that you might have to release, which is unfortunate. Um, don't be bringing the past problems to the future with you. Leave the past problems in the past. But there is a huge message here about you thinking deeply and you researching things. So there might be it could be spiritual, could be maybe if you're a bit more into things like psychology, it could be something like that. But you're being a very deep thinker in some way. Maybe you do tap a little bit more into your own spirituality. Maybe you meditate more. Maybe you find a divination that you really love. I'm working with tarot at the moment. That's the divination. Maybe you like pendulum. Maybe you like crystal ball. Maybe you like palm reading. Maybe you have a divination that you really love to do. Really tap into that. But the deep thinking could be more like psychology, or understanding how different things work. Could be anything really that you're researching and thinking deeply about. But it is something that you're going to bring forward with you. So if you do find yourself really delving into kind of rabbit holes or researching something a lot, you could even be going on to study, studying something new, doing a course, and that could be part of your transition, because you could be learning something new that's going to get you a new job or a new passion in life. So if you are drawn to any courses, if you are drawn to study anything, do please take it seriously in this. Sometimes we think, I think I'd like to get into that. but we don't do it. But this transitional period is really powerful for you. So do delve into those things. Do your research. Do really go deep into those things. You know, maybe you've like kind of tapped into something on the surface level. You want to get deeper into that now. That is fine. And this the moving to a high vibration in this card, that is about every aspect of your life. So that is about, you know, work, money, relationships, intimate partnerships. So that's really great. But the study and the research part, that could really go, you know, towards your like work and money kind of path. So do follow your passions. Do delve into those passions as well. Um, and again, if it is so, if it's more on the spiritual side and you're just delving into divinations, you could really heighten your intuition, and that could help with your transition as well. You know, knowing yourself deeper helps your intuition, helps you to move forward. So we do just have that warning of making sure you've released things, basically. But other than that, it's a really positive message of moving to a higher vibration, leveling up in one or all aspects of your life. So that was for Sunlight, the Six of Crowns. And that's our last goblin of the stream. So really appreciate you guys joining me. It's been amazing to connect with all of you guys, new and people I already know. So I will be jumping on with the mobile streams a lot more often. So again, like I said, click that notification bell. Every you know, way to connect with me and contact me, like I said, is in the description of the video. So love, light and blessings to each of you. Wilbert Dallas, hello and welcome. You have just caught me as I'm leaving, but hello from the UK. It's very lovely to connect with people from Brazil. So amazing. So yeah, unfortunately I am jumping off now, but check out my channel if you're interested in these types of readings. I come on very regularly, at least twice a week. I think it's been 4 or 5 times this week. So yeah, you will definitely catch me another time. If you would like a reading, I would love to see you and stream again. So love, light and blessings to each of you. Sunlight, Wilbert Dallas, Jasmine, you know, everyone who's been on. Love, light and blessings. I really hope to connect with you soon.